Hey guys, today I'm going to paint an S-crank style lure. Before we start, again, I want to thank many of you that have purchased my Bite Me t-shirts. I also have another one here I call my Bass Hunter t-shirt. Kind of let people know what I like to fish for. I'll put a link for that down in the description. And again, I appreciate anything you guys do when you're purchasing t-shirts from me. It really helps out. Now, the S-crank style. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this in a bluegill pattern. I've done lots of different bluegill patterns, but there's always different ways to end up getting you the same results. So I'm always looking for something a little different. So today we're going to go back to another bluegill pattern, but I'm going to show you a different way to get there. So stick with me. Well, we'll start out with our Createx opaque white and use that for our base coat. Get a good overall coat on there. There we go. I should have that. Now all of our colors should show up good. Alright, for our gill pattern, we're always going to start out in the belly. Start at the bottom, work your way up. We're going to go Createx transparent bright yellow for the belly. Doesn't take a whole lot. I'm up to about the lateral line on the side, give or take a little. That's all that takes. Alright, clean that out. We're going to get some orange next. For the next step, we're going to want a little orange up here on the front. For the belly, Createx transparent orange will do that. Usually try to go back about to the hook set. That's probably about far enough. Most of the spray goes on the tape. That's it. That's all I want. Well, let's see. Hang on. Okay. That's all I want. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to dry that really good before we move on to the next step. Okay, we got our belly done. We're set to move up to the top. We're going to change styles of paint. I've done this in other ones. This is your Walmart Apple Barrel brand. Really cheap. I like the colors. Comes out too thick, so you got to mix it. You're going to have to thin it down. A lot of times just use water. Paint pigments. The flakes are a little bigger and they can give you some problems. You can end up with some plugging up here or there. And I guess it's just the nature of the beast. If you're going to deal with this kind of paint, you're going to have to deal with some of that too. Sometimes a little back flush will help you get it straightened out. We're just coming across quick. Taper down that side a little, as you can see. Alright, there we go. That'll have us. We got our belly, we got our light green here for the top. Now, I'm going to clean all this up. We'll move on. Okay, I've got the lure here moved over to the helping hands. We're going to need that for the next step here. We're going to come back, apple barrel. This one's English ivy green, and I better come back. That light color was palm leaf. Apple barrel palm leaf. Now we're going to be doing apple barrel English ivy green. Same way. I've got it all thinned down. Mix it up with a little bit of water because it's too thick otherwise. Now we're going to do things a little differently. And I want to show you, here's a comb I've used in the past to put the vertical bars. I did that for those holographic lures I used to put vertical bars. So I'll come over here, and you can see that looks a little bit rough. And what I did on this side is I actually took a Dremel tool to it, widened out the bottoms, and I made it kind of rough and got little lines in it. I don't like straight lines. I like irregular lines because that's what you're going to have. So I basically took a Dremel tool, Work that over. And we're now going to take, get a whole tail end of this again. We're going to hold our Dremel tool up. And we're going to go with our darker color. Let's get it straight here, hopefully where you can see this. I'm going to go right in like this. And there we go. And you can see there a little bit. And eventually you might see this better at the end when we're all said and done. But they definitely will leave you irregular markings anyway. And you want the bottom of it to be used because that's where you did most of your work. Alright, that shows got a little bit of irregular there. Now, I want to dry this and then we're going to do something different. Okay, got to dry it off a little. Here's what we're going to do next. We're going to take some Createx pearlized copper. So I've got pearlized copper here. We're going to come back with our comb. We're going to hold it back up. And I'm going to line this up so the dark images show through the comb. I want the dark to show through. And real lightly hit the copper. Do not get carried away with that. Real lightly. Now you need to put it over the dark, because if you put it over the light, you'll take out the light. So we're holding this right over the dark, let the dark show through. And again, real lightly. That way we're still getting some of that dark green to come through around the edges. Alright. Let's hold that. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to clean up. I got a couple more steps. Now, in this step, we don't want to get carried away here either. We have pearlized magenta. And this one you can get it carried away with, so got to be real careful. We're going to hit it from a distance. We're going to be hitting it light. Alright, that's it. We get a little magenta over everything. Alright, hang on, clean up. We got one more step. Now, we have one more step. We're going to come back with Createx Opaque Black. I want to show you one thing. This side looks really good. But look there, look at the splatter I got. Hopefully we're going to be able to see that in the light. Got a little splatter here. I got a little splatter on the eyes. That came from that magenta when it first hit. But we're not going to worry about it because, well, in this case, we're going to cover it up. So, opaque black. We're going to go right down the back. All there's there. I want the eyes. I want them, so I'm going to shoot forward so I don't get it on the lure. And there we are. We are done. And if you notice, splatter's all gone. So sometimes you get a little splatter. Don't worry about it. And to be honest with you, if it sticks out, I doubt the fish is going to really care. If you're selling them, somebody might not like that. If you're going to be fishing with them, I don't think the fish will notice. Alright, we need eyes and top coat. And yes, I did get in some yellow eyes, so I'm going to put yellow eyes in this one. Okay, we're ready for some eyes. I use a little extra tacky glue. Don't need much, just a little dab in there to go along. They already got some sticky on them, but I don't know, I like to do a little extra. And I did buy some yellow eyes, so we're going to go with yellow. Red is my favorite color eye, but every once in a while you got to do something a little different, don't you? Set that down in. That looks kind of sharp. I don't know. I like red eyes, but that yellow one's going to look good. Maybe on this bluegill. I wonder if you're supposed to match the eye color to the fish you're doing. I've never thought about that. Not something I'm worried about, huh? Alright, there we go. Yellow eyes in place. We're ready for the top coat. Alright guys, there we go. Got a top coat on. I figured you've seen me put that on enough. I didn't need to do it here. Bob Smith Industries 30-minute slow cure is what I'm using. You can always go back to some of the other videos if you want. You can see how I'm putting it on. Just a cheap old brush will get the job done for you. Well, there we go, guys. There's the bluegill pattern. And as I said, there are a lot of different methods you can use to try to get the end result you're looking for. And I just thought I'd show you another method you might want to try. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.